Hey Survivor, welcome to episode 93 of the Vibrant Survivor podcast. This week we're talking about 4 ways that you are hindering your narcissistic coworker. I've talked about navigating narcissism at work before, and it can be tricky. Check out episodes 16, 17, 19, and 22 for more on narcissism at work, if you'd like. Meanwhile, your health and well-being should be your number one priority, personally and professionally. But if you've been told, sold, and expected to uphold toxic narratives growing up, you may be unwittingly providing an assist to the narcissist at work. So we need to talk about that. We're not about upholding tired, toxic narratives over here. But before we get into it, let's self-regulate with a 4-4-8 breathing exercise, if you'd like. We'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you notice in your body? Grab your notebook and pen, and let's dig in. Hey Survivor, welcome to the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Do you want to disconnect from a narcissistic or toxic situation and heal? Are you Googling how to identify a narcissist, narcissistic abuse, and boundaries? Are you feeling stressed and lonely while trying to avoid being sucked back in and lied to again? Hey, I'm Lesley. As a busy wife and mom, I fell for the lies and manipulations of narcissists. I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. I wanted real relationships and business opportunities and to enjoy life with my family. Instead, I struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia, and I couldn't trust my body or anybody until I took a holistic approach to healing. In this podcast, you'll find tips for healthy living, trauma healing, and boundaries so that you'll have the freedom, confidence, and inner peace to respond, not react, after narcissistic abuse. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly, and just relax. This time's for you. Hey Survivor, do you want to heal after narcissistic abuse? Come and join me in a closure coaching session. This is a 1-hour, one-on-one coaching call that's going to help you disconnect from dysfunction, create your own closure, and begin a long-lasting journey of healing, step by step. Head right now to closurecoachingsession.com. Recently, I spent time with a friend who is dealing with a narcissistic coworker, and they expressed a lot of frustration at work, largely due to their interactions with this person. Some of the specific stressors included the coworker not pulling their weight, cleaning up and covering for their deficiencies for the sake of the team, listening to and pacifying their insecurities on a regular basis, putting up with their overweening pride about all of it and other toxic behaviors, and upholding this perceived responsibility to help out one of their own. Survivor, when you are buoying someone else's toxic behavior on the job, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hindering them. Here are 4 ways you're hindering your narcissistic coworker. Number 1, covering for them. You may feel the need to cover for your narcissistic coworker's mistakes or their lack of responsibility, and this can be exacerbated by their expertise in blame shifting and manipulation. They may manipulate you into feeling obligated to cover for them, maybe based on the fact that you are the same gender, or you're of the same race, or you grew up in the same neighborhood, or you're from the same city. Whatever the case is, that can come into play in terms of them really working it and working you at work. And overcompensating hinders your well-being and their accountability. So by stepping in for them, you're taking on burdens that really aren't yours, and it's going to drain you mentally, physically, and emotionally. So to set boundaries, you may want to start by only doing your part and allowing natural consequences to occur for their actions or inactions. Stop and think about that for a moment. What would that look like and feel like for you to allow your narcissistic coworker to experience natural consequences? Number 2, entertaining their drama. Narcissistic coworkers thrive on drama and chaos in the workplace, and they may try to pull you into their emotional turmoil or their workplace conflicts. And by engaging in this dynamic, it reinforces their ability to control and manipulate the situation and you. So to step out of this cycle, you may want to practice disconnecting from their dysfunction, even if it's just emotionally, but just creating some space, setting clear boundaries, and avoiding reacting to them. You focus on what's within your control, which would include your response to the situation and to them, your contributions to the business. Hello, that's what we're at work for. And your peace of mind. And you can shut down the drama and chaos. Number 3, allowing them to cross your boundaries. Narcissistic coworkers will often push or ignore your boundaries to get what they want, to get their needs met. So whether it's overstepping your time, adding to your workload, or invading your personal space, you're allowing this behavior gives them a license to continue while compromising your health. So to protect yourself, you may want to assertively communicate your boundaries. And this might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you work in close proximity to them, and also if you do share some common ground with them, like maybe you two are the only women in the department or on the team, or you are the only minorities in the group. That can be a little awkward because there may be this false sense of obligation to, we're all we've got and we've got to, help each other out. Meanwhile, you're just drowning in toxicity. Remember that boundaries are not about changing their behavior. It's more about protecting your well-being. Number 4, letting your colleagues minimize your experience. Your narcissistic coworker may indirectly benefit from your colleagues who try to convince you that they're harmless. It's not that bad. Just ignore them. And you may actually start to believe that, or, as I mentioned, feel this false sense of guilt for wanting to get away from them because they're stressing you out and they've got you thinking about leaving the company. And in this case, proximity matters. The closer you are to the flame, the more you're going to feel the heat. And your colleagues may be sitting far, far away, cool as cucumbers, because they're not in close proximity to the narcissistic coworker. And if they don't think that the narcissistic coworker is that bad, then maybe you could send the narcissistic coworker their way for help with their part of that big project that's due, and relieve yourself of any rescuing responsibilities. After all, your health and well-being matters, survivor. Let's recap 4 ways that you're hindering your narcissistic coworker. Number 1, covering for them. Number 2, entertaining their drama. Number 3, allowing them to cross your boundaries. And number 4, letting your colleagues minimize your experience. Remember, the longer you play their game, the narcissist will stay the same. Thanks for being here, survivor. I hope this helps you to navigate narcissism at work. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. If this podcast has helped you understand who and what you're dealing with, sharpen your discernment, and move forward on your healing journey, share it with another survivor. Help me help others by leaving a review for the show. And let's connect on social. Take a screenshot, share it in your IG stories, find and tag me at The Vibrant Survivor, and I'll share your post too. I look forward to connecting with you on IG and seeing you back here. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care, and I'll meet you back here next week. Bye-bye.